Hey everybody, my name is Jeff Edwards and this is my personal goals video presentation as a part of my FHSU leadership licensure. So a little bit of personal information about myself. I'm originally from Marysville, Kansas. I graduated from Marysville in 1997 in high school. Went to Bethany College where I met my wife. We were both in the education program, both college athletes as well. We've been happily married for 22 years, and I've been in education for those 22 years, as is she. We have two daughters, Claire, who's 19, about to turn 20, and Lily, who's 14, and they're actively involved in athletics, which is a big part of my life as well. I've been a coach in multiple sports throughout most of my teaching career. Claire's in her sophomore year at the University of South Dakota, and she is on the softball team as a pitcher. And Lily, she's actively playing basketball and volleyball throughout the nation, and basically spending all the money that I make as a teacher. Some professional information. I graduated from Marysville High School in 1997. I was a Bulldog there. Next, I went to Bethany College where I was a basketball player, and I graduated college in 2001, immediately entered the educational field there. Was in education for 7 years before I earned my master's degree from Baker University in 2008. I taught as a teacher, and I coached for 22 years in Osage City, up from 2001 to 2012, and then Clay Center, Kansas, up to 2022. Currently, I've accepted the position as principal at Lynn Schools, and Lynn is a very small Division II, at 1A school with about 188 students, and I'm responsible for all students preschool through seniors. So some of the personal goals that I have, 1 to 5 years, health and fitness has to be a priority. I had a automobile accident where I had a rollover in my truck when I was on a hunting trip, and I shattered C6 and 7 in my neck, and I had to have surgery and been recovering for that in the last year. I would also like to have a family first mentality in these years. I need to make time for more family involvement. I've been extremely busy with schooling, with teaching, with sports, that I'd like to put aside the work and the school and put family in the forefront for these years. In terms of in six to 10 years from now, I want to have all debts paid. I want to make sure that I've got the retirement all planned out. Kind of one of our goals, my wife and I, is to not work our entire lives away and work hard while we can, and then enjoy retirement as we can. And I want to make sure in those 6 to 10 years that kids are all the way through college and kind of off on their own. 10 plus years from now, I'd like to be retired, doing a lot of hunting, fishing, golfing, and family activities. Kind of professional goals that I have, 1 to 5 years, I want to make sure I complete my leadership licensure, which should happen here in the next year. I want to pass the exam, become fully licensed, and then continue as a building leader. 5 to 10 years from now, I would like to work towards my district leadership licensure possibly, and then possibly finish my career as a superintendent district leader. 10 plus years from now, I want to finish my working career. I want to be financially stable enough to retire and be able to enjoy chasing my kids and possibly their grandkids around during that time. So one of the final questions that was asked was, why Fort Hays State University? Well, to be honest, I compared both Emporia State and Fort Hays State for a few months after I'd had my accident, and I decided that I was going to get out of the teaching and coaching and get into building leadership. Some of the reasons I went with Fort Hays State was it was cost effective. The timeline was more conducive for my plan as to what I wanted to do and when I needed to get the college work done, because I'd already kind of decided that I would accept a job here at Lynn as the principal. I'd actually heard many good things from colleagues that had gone through the Fort Hays State program, and to be quite honest, my initial meeting with Dr. Moody gave me confidence that this is something that I could accomplish. So my initial expectations for the program, I really didn't know what to expect from the program. My initial master's degree was completed in person through Baker University in a cohort program, and so I'd had limited experience with the online learning. I was concerned a little bit as well about the writing because I hadn't formally written since probably the end of college, but I was excited to be able to work at my pace and get completed with my licensure. So thank you very much for listening to my personal goals video, and I wish you the best.